What up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of True Stories. Today's story is a spinoff of my last story, Biscaluz Center, LA County Jail, with my homie Big Cousin Kerry. So we were housed in these dorms. And in these dorms, you have 4 rows of bunks. You have an upper bunk and a lower bunk. And you have 1 row against the wall. You have 2 rows in the middle. And then another row up against the other wall. And you have something like MAC reps. You have 1 for the blacks, 1 for the brown, 1 for the white. Cousin Kerry actually represented the blacks. Now what their job was to keep the dorm in order. Meaning keep the floors clean, make sure everybody's bunk is tight, keep the noise down, keep the bathrooms clean. So Cousin Kerry used to just walk around pushing a broom, like fake sweeping. And he would always tell the white and the Mexican, man, y'all go clean up the bathroom. Because Cousin Kerry wasn't mopping up no piss. He wasn't cleaning no nasty toilet. And he wasn't cleaning no sink after no grown men. So sometimes the Mexicans would be like, man, let the mayate do it. But Cousin Kerry was not going to do that. And so the white dude would usually end up cleaning up the bathroom by himself. The Mexican would clean out the sink or set the trash out. And so the white dude started getting mad at Cousin Kerry. So they had this little beef going on. Nothing physical, just verbal, funny looks and all that. And so we got fed 2 hot meals a day, and we got lunch in the middle of the day. So Cousin, the white guy, and the Mexican guy would pass out lunches. For their reward or for them doing their job, they would get 2 extra lunches apiece. Within those lunches came sandwiches. You would either get a peanut butter and jelly, bologna, or salami sandwich. You get something like carrots and celery, and you get cookies, sugar cookies, oatmeal cookies, peanut butter cookies, or what have you, right? You get 2 or 3 of those. And so Cousin Kerry would usually give me a couple extra cookies. He would offer me a sandwich or whatever. I didn't eat those sandwiches, so I was good. But because he knew some 4 trays and 8 trays and a couple dudes from other sets from prison, he would look out for them as well. So one day, Cousin Kerry decides he's going to steal some of the lunches. So Cousin Kerry got 6 extra lunches. And he passed them out. He gave brothers the whole lunch. Like he passed out extra lunches to some of the brothers. Well, now we were short on lunches. So the deputies are mad. They put us on a temporary lockdown. They trying to find out who stole these lunches. And they going around asking everybody. They want somebody to tell, and nobody tell. Nobody really know what's going on. They just know we short on lunches and we on lockdown. So now dudes are mad. Dudes are upset. It's getting kind of hot up in there. It's getting a little unfriendly up in there. It's getting restless. And so Cousin Kerry never admits to it. He never takes upon himself to snitch on himself or nothing like that. But him and the white boy still have a riff. And now the white boy goes and tell the police it was Cousin Kerry who stole the extra lunches. But the deputies have no proof. And so we remain on a temporary lockdown. And then finally, they let us go to dinner. So we go to dinner and get our hot meal, but we got to come back in because our building's on lockdown. Only our building's on lockdown. So now we in the dorm, everybody got to sit on your bunk. Only way you can get off your bunk is if you're going to use the restroom. So Cousin Kerry, he just sweeping and sweeping. He comes by my bunk. And now Cousin Kerry was the type, if he didn't like you, or you didn't want to make your bed up, Cousin Kerry would push all the dust by your bed. Hope you sneezing and stuff. Hoping you ain't got your shoes on so you get your socks dirty. Stuff like that, right? He was kind of a jokester, but he was serious at the same time. But he comes pushing by my bunk and he stops. He said, "Hey, what up, homie?" And he smiles and laughs and says, "This clown?" And I'm like, "Who?" He said, "The white boy." And I'm like, "Oh, all right, whatever that's about." So he tells me, the white boy tells on him. Like, "Oh, all right, but nothing happened." You're like, "No, nothing happened." So that's that, right? But now, at nighttime, I hear the deputies get on the microphone and tell the dudes to come clean up the building. And so the white boy sleep. The white boy don't get up. Cousin Kerry and the Mexican clean up. They tighten up. And even though it's nighttime, the deputies gave them some cookies and shit. I think some punch to go with it, or some milk or something to go with it. I go back to sleep. Everybody sleep. We get up in the morning for chow. But we still on lockdown and we don't know why. But now the whole Biscaluz Center's on lockdown. Because the white boy who slept on the upper bunk had a peg leg and his peg leg was missing. So now we got to find the white boy's peg leg. But nobody's tripping because the peg leg couldn't have fell far from your bunk. Like, where did you have your leg? He said he had it on the upper bunk. So we like, well, it can't fall too far. And we're baffled. We don't know what the hell happened to this dude's leg. Most of us didn't even know he had a peg leg. Like, how do you know? And so they're talking over the speakers, over the loudspeakers for everybody. We on lockdown. We can't go to the chow hall or nothing like that. And then lunchtime comes. The white boy can't pass out lunches. So they get another white dude to pass out the lunches. Cousin Kerry tell the white boy, you don't get no extra lunch today, So Cousin Kerry's clowning, because since he's not working, he don't get the extra lunch. But we still on lockdown. So they don't have the workers ready to go to the chow hall for dinner because we're on lockdown. They don't know when we coming off. So we'll probably get some cold lunches, some sandwiches for dinner. So they finally found the dude's leg. The dude's leg was outside in a trash bin. Once again, we're baffled because who gets to go outside on a lockdown? We damn sure didn't go outside and we didn't put his leg in no trash bin. So we just tripping like, how did this even happen? And so the white boy gets his leg, he puts his leg on and everything, and Cousin Kerry comes around to my bunk, he's sweeping, and he like, "Hey, homie." He like, "Man, this clown, he's still tripping off the white boy. White boy got his leg back." So Cousin spins around, and Cousin starts moonwalking backwards like Michael Jackson. Cousin Kerry was so smooth on his feet, it looked like he was gliding across the floor, because the floor was clean and smooth. And he's just back walking, looking just like a Michael Jackson in penny loafers. And he gets to dude's bunk and he looks up, because dude's sitting right up on his bunk, and Cousin's kind of short. Cousin started making these sounds like he was beatboxing, and nobody in the dorm knew what he was doing. And then Cousin starts with this a cappella.
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Annie, are you okay? So, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Annie, are you okay?
And he says,
You've been struck by a smooth criminal.
and everybody falls out laughing, man. The white boy is so mad, he's turning pink. And Cousin Kerry said, "Man, what's wrong with you? You're starting to look like a hippo." He said, "Do you know what a hippo with one leg is?" And dude says, "It's not funny." He says, "A hoppo. You look like a hoppo." And Cousin starts jumping around on one leg, man. Everybody fell out, died. Man, Cousin Kerry had us laughing, man, for about 25 minutes. The shit was just hilarious, man. And no disrespect to any handicap or anybody missing a leg. But it was just so funny because you don't expect this on the main line. And the way the white dude was always serious and Cousin was serious. And then for the white dude to tell on him, and now it's all payback. Cousin's on his ass. Dudes fell off the bunk. Dudes jumped off the top bunk. So you hear all these feet hitting the ground. The deputies went crazy. They thought it was a riot. They come out and see everybody laughing and shit. And they like, what's so funny? And nobody tells them. But they want to know. And nobody says nothing. And Cousin Kerry is still bickering with the white boy. Now him and the white boy going at it. And Cousin Kerry telling him, you don't want to lose your leg again. Like, you already lost it once, nigga. You gonna lose it again? Everybody laughing and shit. But that's it for that story. Be sure to tune in. I got a good fight story for you on the football field. I promise this is gonna be a good one. All right, y'all. Take it easy. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Sitting reminiscing upon